the women that I am involved with, they're of a certain age. They've lived this a life, and a lot of them don't want to be in. I'm saying it like it's 1,000. A million.
Playa.
This is not an interview. There is no format. This is simply a conversation about life.
Have you ever had one of your girlfriends say that you guys should go see a therapist?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I didn't do it.
Yeah.
That
Looking,
was
you should have.
looking back. I should have.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. It was definitely a mistake not to go.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it could have saved our relationship in the long run, possibly.
Yeah.
But it would have definitely probably solved some problems in the moment, at least.
Yeah.
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 Did you
Same
go?
with mine. No, should have with my ex-wife. She suggested it, and
Yeah.
I had too much of an ego. It's like fuck that.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
But I mean, I was definitely young. I didn't know any like, and then I come from an like a cultural background that is not into therapy at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
mhm.
you know, people don't talk about that kind of stuff, unfortunately. But like, yeah, I mean, I would if I got to a point where someone suggested it, I would at least go. Just even if I didn't believe that we needed it, I would go. Just
Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Yeah. I mean, and that's another thing too. This whole like compromise thing. It can be tough. It can be tough sometimes, compromising things, and because you feel sometimes that you are so right.
hmm
I am totally right on this,
hmm
and it's hard to meet you in the middle because I know you're so wrong, and
hmm
and all this stuff, and then but sometimes you just have to bite the bullet, and even if you feel like you're like 99% right, she's 1% right.
hmm
Sometimes you're like, okay, we'll do your thing, and I don't know. It's tough. It's tough.
and I don't think being right, and I know this is very difficult for me, even though I'm saying it. It's like super difficult for me. Like being right isn't always the most important part. Like, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
and even if you have to find a million different ways to um, try to get the person to see what you're saying, at least, it doesn't always have to be about coming to an agreement. It's
Hmm.
just coming to a place that it's okay to just continue to move forward.
Exactly. That's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely agree with that.
Yeah. So
So it's good. It's good.
I don't know,
Cool.
man. Like, I don't know. I see. I
Are you?
got
Are
so
you?
much work to do.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah.
Are you dating someone right now, or
What do you call? What's dating? What is
I
dating?
don't like you found someone on Tinder or Bumble and you're going to dinner?
Yes,
Okay, that's cool.
many
Yeah.
of them.
Many of them. Right on. Wow.
Many
Is
of
that
them.
is that is that hard to like
No.
juggle all these different women at once? Like, okay, Monday I got you, Wednesday you, Thursday. No,
If
it's all
you,
good.
I mean, it's only if you aren't telling lies, it's not a problem.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
If you go into like, I don't know. I don't like people like kind of. First of all, it's been my experience that if there's someone that is pushing for this, um, like I think there's time to talk about these things in the future, as far as like it's just being us, and now you know what I mean. But I don't want to give this to someone just because. You know what I mean? Like if it has to arrive at that point.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. Just come naturally.
Yeah, and the women that I am involved with, you know, they're of a certain age. They've lived this a life, and a lot of them don't want to be in. I'm saying it like it's 1,000. Um,
Playa.
yeah, but I mean, but it's not about being. It's just about, like, I would, if someone comes to me and say, hey, this is what it requires to be with me, then I have to make a decision. You know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
don't, it's not automatic to me. Like, I don't think it's like, this is what I want just because, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And I wouldn't ask someone to do anything that they don't want to do just because either, or that they may be, not that they don't want to do, but they may be apprehensive about, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I found, like, I have like one friend who always wants to be in an exclusive relationship, and then she cheats on every boyfriend she has, like everyone.
Counterintuitive, you know.
And the thing is like, the impression that I get from her is just more about trying to ensure that they don't do what's in
They
her
don't get
heart.
cheated on.
Yeah, she doesn't want to get cheated on.
Right.
She
So as long
doesn't
as
want to
she's
get cheated
right.
on. So, and her, to me, it seems like her wanting that is thinking that they feel inside the way that she does.
Mm.
Because it's almost like she already knows the right scenario comes around, I'm going to do whatever I feel like doing, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I would always talk to her about this. It's like, listen, like, if this is what you are, like, why don't you just say that that's what you are, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And
Because there
some,
are,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, there are people who have no problem with that, you know. I mean, I love it. Like these days, you know, and when I was on Tinder, I saw like all these profiles, I guess, and they're saying like, look, this is what I'm into, you know. And there's always going to be someone who's like, yeah, that's cool, you know, with me. So you're always going to find someone for you.
and
Um,
and and I just want to add something.
mhm.
Like, the thing is once you step outside of this, and like it starts feeling like some sort of obligation, you're already off on the wrong foot. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't. So it would be better for someone to say, oh, this is what you're into, sorry, you know what I mean? And then, or hopefully they give you the opportunity to say, hey, if this is what it is, this is what I want. If you want to be with me, this is what it requires. And then I make a decision, but
Yep.
not like just doing it, and then you haven't even gotten to know the person yet.
Yep.
And then where are you? Then what do? You break up with them, or what?
Yeah. That's. I mean, yeah, you're right. It's a complete waste of time. So just be from the get go. Be in agreement. You know. I mean, be cool with. That's what. That's what. And that's another problem too. Is like, and I've done it myself a lot, where I'm just like starting a relationship with doubts. You know, and that's already. And then it's just like already off to a bad. You know. And so, yeah. But
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like that maybe this trust thing is something that you might want to, like, explore a little bit more before you even, because I actually, when you tell me this situation, I don't even know how this would work. If they're away for a week, then if you already know that you're going to have trouble trusting them.
well, that's why I said it's my fantasy
Okay,
uh
your fantasy.
relationship. Yeah, it's my fan. Like I wish I could be able to have lots of trust in someone.
Okay.
You know,
Oh, okay,
that's
okay,
my fantasy.
okay.
Yeah, but in reality, like I said, it'd be like, you know, what are you doing?
Mhm.
So,
So you don't
yeah.
think you would ever get past that?
I'm not saying that. You know, I mean, I'm not
Okay,
saying that.
well, you know what? Then I didn't ask you the most important question, actually, of this whole
Okay.
thing.
Okay.
What is it about monogamy that makes it your,
My jam.
yeah, yeah.
Um, it's it doesn't have anything to do with like religion or anything like that, and it's not. It's just that it keeps things as special as relationships can be. I also don't want to have them be too overcomplicated. I want to keep things simple.
Mhm,
I've always noticed that if you keep things, on the most part, if you keep them on the simple side, they tend to be easier to manage.
mhm,
And so that's a thing too. It's just that slow, that KISS, keep it simple, stupid.
mhm,
I really like that because before, when I was younger, I always tend to like really over dramatize and over complicate things, and
mhm,
uh, it just ended up kicking me in the ass later down the road. And then so I've been noticing now, and it's a nice thing too about just getting older too, is that I like the fact that I'm kind of slowing down,
mhm,
and I have more time to think about things and investigate things and do like a pros and cons list. Like I'm not just diving head first into something again with doubts, like, oh, I'm not really sure, but fuck, I'll just go
mhm,
anyway. And so yeah, and it's just so, and I just again, I just want to be focused on one person. I think one person can offer me a lot,
mhm,
and so um I don't know how a lot of these sort of, I lived in Saudi Arabia for 8 years when I was a kid, and I remember like the royal family, they would have like these polygamous marriages with like, God knows how many wives. The dude would have like how many wives.
mhm.
Like how do you keep up with that? Like how do you manage all that shit? And so for me, just
What is there to manage though?
well, just like to keep everyone happy, or you had this, and then, you have these kids from whatever. I mean, it's just again,
Mhm,
it's like too much complications, too much,
mhm,
and it would be overwhelming. And yeah, I don't want to get stressed out.
mhm,
Basically, I mean, again, like you said, like relationships should be like just as positive and enjoyable as can be. And to me, focusing just on one person, I get the most joy out of that because it's more special to me that way.
mhm,
If one person, if there's more women involved, that specialness becomes diluted,
mhm,
and uh and then each person might not be so special to me.
mhm.
So yeah.
Interesting. I'll reserve my some of my thoughts on this because yeah, I had to think about it a little bit more. But I want to talk to you about it again.
Sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
great talking to you, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
definitely.
Cool.